So here it is about the atomic bomb. The atomic bomb and nuclear bombs are powerful weapons that use nuclear reactions as their source of explosive energy. Scientists first developed the nuclear weapons technology during World War II, mainly because of war. If there wasn't a war, atomic bombs wouldn't really have been developed or maybe even made, at least a few decades later. Even though atomic bombs have only been used twice, against from the United States and Japan, the world decided not to use it since, well, they're powerful, really powerful. A period of nuclear proliferation followed the war, and during the Cold War, where everybody in the entire world banned nuclear bombs. Well, not really banned. It's basically no country is allowed to make a nuclear bomb above a certain limit. So how it started? So it was mainly made by Robert Oppenheimer and discovered by nuclear physicists in laboratory in Berlin, Germany in 1938. This made the world's first atomic bomb possible. After Otto Hahn, Lise Meitner, and Fritz Strassmann discovered the first nuclear fission and how they worked. So basically what an atomic bomb is, it's basically like this. Take a container, fill it up to the brim of anything, object, and imagine making that object smaller and smaller, right before it reaches the black hole. Basically, what this is that when an object becomes too small, it becomes a black hole. But if you release the object or just let go of the object, right becomes as big as a black hole, boom, a big explosion. This is what happens here, like that folder over here. The more you zip and close that folder up and make it smaller and smaller, the more force or energy is going upon your hand when you close it. And at a certain point, you need to let go of it, or else you cannot just take the force. For example, take this notebook, crunch it smaller and smaller, and at a certain point, you can't keep closing it in your hand, since you don't have enough force to do it. So you have to let go. Except take this with a higher mass. This time, let's say there's a missile going at like 10,000 miles an hour. And there's uranium, which basically splits the nuclei from atoms. And well, what do atoms do? They repel. They try to get back together, but no. The force is too big and too strong. So what ends up happening is that the two forces collide, and boom, just like that, it releases the energy. So it needs to get back together. And this creates a big nuclear explosion, which should kill thousands or even millions of people. Also known as this, kind of like a bowling ball. The faster you throw the ball, the faster the pins will go. Let's just take the ball as the uranium. Let's say if you're throwing a ball at 10,000 miles an hour, what's going to happen? Well, they're going to go so fast that they're going to hit the wall, or the back wall, and probably break. But since atoms don't break, and they're the smallest part of matter, they cannot break. So what ends up happening is that they repel. And at one point, right before it enters the black hole, boom, a big explosion. On the other hand, hydrogen bombs. You can make them so big that it can be as big as the entire world, since they have no limits. While atomic bombs have some limits, but they contain so much energy, in hydrogen bombs it's not the case, since it uses a different technology. Kind of like instead of one uranium ball, there's two uranium balls going at the same time. Imagine two forces, such as the Flash and, I don't know, Spider-Man. Like this, they do this. Hit each other so hard that a big shock wave goes through the bomb and explodes the bomb and throughout the entire world. That's basically how nuclear bombs and hydrogen bombs work. Thank you.